Hey, what is up, you guys? SpotFan199 here, and here we go again with another Diecast review. Now, yes, I know I said in my 2004 Daytona 500 Mickey Mouse Chevy Monte Carlo that would have been the last Diecast review. Well, the good news is that I bought two new cars that we can be able to take a look at today and tomorrow. So, that's pretty exciting for that, kind of phase. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ernie Irvan's Skittles Pontiac Grand Prix from 1998. So as always, let's take a good look at the car itself. This was basically his primary car from 1998. He had different cars too. He had his, I believe it was like Wildberry Skittles car that he raced at Talladega and Daytona. And he also had an M&M's car that he raced at Las Vegas in 1998, I believe in the spring. And well, that car was obviously to promote the M&M's World at Las Vegas that opened a year later in 1997, or a year, before. And well, wouldn't you know, in 1999, that would be his new primary sponsor, M&M's. So they kind of gave Skittles the old boot. Well, that was until Kyle Busch kind of brought it back sometime around the 2010s. I forget where. But this car seems to be kind of forgotten about, but for most Ernie Irvan fans, this is probably a pretty cool car. It is to me, though. But why don't we get down to sponsors? On the hood, you got Skittles Taste the Rainbow. Got Pontiac Grand Prix number 36. Down the side of the car, you got Skittles. You got DuPont and Bosch right there. And you got Valvoline, Pedigree, and Combos on the, front of the rear wheel. You got Call and Carry on the C post, and you got Pontiac and Kudos on the B post. Does have your regular contingency sponsors and such, Winston Cup, Bud Polward, NASCAR 50th anniversary logo. And I just love this kind of rainbow design because it feels like a symmetrical car, like it goes from the roof and it continues all the way down to the car. So that's a pretty neat touch. On the back of the car, you got Skittles, got number 36 and Pontiac. And you got Starburst on the deck lid. Again, like with most of these cars, especially when, we took a look at the Dale Earnhardt Jr. cars from around that time, how Fig Newton's got the deck lid treatment. Well, for the Mars cars, Starburst has always got the deck lid treatment, since it has never been transformed into a car. I do kind of find that funny, really. And down the side of the car, it just shows the same stuff. Take a look underneath the hood. So you got Skittles Taste the Rainbow underneath there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Of course, deck lids did open back then. You actually have a gray fill cell box this time. That's pretty cool. The roof flaps do open on this car, just really get stuck together. But, I guess you kind of know how that goes. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. This does have actual rear suspension to it, and this is car number 645. Overall, this seems like a very interesting car, and they actually did run a throwback to this at Darlington, because, Kyle Busch managed to get a throwback car to this at Darlington, which is pretty cool. Now let's go over some of the flaws on this car, because I did buy, this car and the other car that we're going to be looking at tomorrow at a flea market. So as you can see right here, there is a little bit of some, stuff missing right there, some silver stuff. And there's actually cracking on the 36 right there. It's kind of hard to see, but there is cracking on the 36. But for those who know, we took a look at Cal Petty's Blues Brothers 2000 Hot Wheels Pontiac, back then, and it actually had cracking on it. So, pretty sure it's most of these Pontiacs that get the cracking on it. But anyways, guys, this was a look at Ernie Irvan's Skittles Pontiac from 1998. Hope y'all guys like this review, and like always, like and subscribe.